Hello and welcome to the Drone Zone. I'm drone pilot Brian Kay.
I'm drone pilot Joe Tillman.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, Doc?
Well, you know what's up? We're talking about Arizona lakes today.
Nice.
We've droned many lakes in Arizona. Can you tell me how many lakes in Arizona there are?
I believe we have 12 Great Lakes in the state of Arizona.
12
Is that correct?
Great Lakes?
Yes.
Well, from my fact finding,
Okay.
I found that we have approximately 130 lakes.
But I said Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Yes, Great Lakes.
And most of them are man-made. Only 2 of them are natural lakes. Do you know what lakes are natural lakes here in
Apache.
Arizona? That's your guesses?
I'm going to guess Apache and Saguaro.
Okay, well, you're wrong.
Perfect. Okay, great. Great.
No, it's Mormon Lake and Stoneman Lake
Stoneman
are
Lake.
natural
Have we ever been to Stoneman Lake?
Stoneman Lakes? We haven't been to Stoneman Lake.
Okay.
We'll have to figure out where that is. And
I have no idea where that is.
We'll find out after the show.
Okay.
All right. And like I said, we've been to many lakes in Arizona. We've droned them. How many can you name off the top of your head?
How many lakes?
Yeah.
Arizona lakes.
Arizona lakes. Go for it.
Watson, Saguaro, Apache, Roosevelt, Mormon,
Canyon Lake.
Canyon de Chelly.
You've got quite a lot there.
Yeah, we got.
That's good.
Yeah. See, and you didn't think I was going to know.
No,
one.
I just wanted to see how many you could name without.
I did more than one, so I did good.
All right, thank you, Joe, for all those lake names. We're going to be talking about Alamo Lake State Park.
Yes.
Do you remember where that is and how we got there?
I remember it's almost to New Mexico because it's very, very far. It's very far lake.
It's very far. It's not in the direction of New Mexico. It's about 2 hours towards Wendon, Arizona.
Sure.
But yeah, it is out there. It is secluded.
If you want to go on a fishing boat by yourself, that's the lake to do it because you'll be by yourself. It's a beautiful and it's a huge lake.
Huge lake. I just remember when we were driving out there, it's like a 2-hour drive and it was nothing but desert.
Right.
And we were like, if something happens to us, like with a flat tire or something,
they'll never find us.
We're not hitchhiking back or anything. We're stuck here.
Send up the drone.
But it is a wonderful lake. Like you said, very peaceful, serene. There wasn't a lot of people when we went.
It's a huge lake. I remember that. And I remember it just peaceful.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful when we were out there.
And we got some great drone shots. So let's take a look at Alamo Lake State Park Drone Zone.
Alamo Lake State Park. It is a very remote park out in western Arizona. Hello, I'm Andrew Collette, Park Manager of Alamo Lake State Park. Alamo Lake State Park was first started in 1970 with the filling of the reservoir here, the Alamo Dam that holds the reservoir. It was decided back then that they needed more areas for recreation here in Arizona, and they decided this would be a good place for it. And I agree with them. It's a great place to come recreate. It's a mile across, 2 miles, depending upon the depth of the water. It's also 6 miles long. Summertime is more lake orientated. Some people come out here and they wake surf and stuff like that here out on the lake. You can see by the size of the lake here and how big it is. It's a good sized area to go out and find a cove and just hang out because there's going to be nobody else there to bother you. And that's, for me, that's old time boating. Other busier lakes where there isn't the opportunities where everybody's all congested. This lake here is more spread out. Also, a lot of them come out here to fish. They do it very early in the morning. Best fishing lake in all of Arizona, hands down. Because of the multiple fish, the opportunities to catch fish, and just the environment itself, it's a great fishing environment. You can catch them on the topwater. You can catch them by drop shotting. Catfish, your crappie, your bluegill, your largemouth. Also, your bullhead catfish is located here. There's all kinds of wildlife, bird watching to do. There's also kind of hiking trails and stuff, mainly more animal trails. A lot of people, they'll stop on the side of the road and see a wild game trail and they'll follow it. Here at Alamo Lake State Park, more than likely you stand a good chance to see some burros around in the native area. To me, it's amazing. Now, they're wild animals, and obviously you respect them and keep your distance, so to speak, and all that, but they're not going to charge you or cause you any harm or anything like that. And they're wonderful to see. Right now they're pulling little burros out, and they're all over the park. Artillery Peak. From anywhere on the park that is pointed due north. That's a good way to know directions. Out here hiking wise, you can head out towards the river area off over to the right over there and basically just work your way out and about, and there's all kinds of stuff to do, you know, what dolphins are looking for. This is one section of the Peach Trail as well. This is become a destination for OHVers who are taking the Peach Trail. They like to rent the cabins out or a campsite and just kind of relax and get out of the cart for a couple hours, so to speak. Well, this is my favorite part in the whole park. It's the Bill Williams Overlook is where we're at. Because you've got a view of 2/3 of the lake up here. You just can't beat it. If you want serenity, this is the place to come.
That was Alamo Lake State Park, the best fishing in Arizona. You heard it right here on the Drone Zone. Joe, when we were out at Alamo Lake State Park, you had a little incident.
We did have well, it wasn't a little incident. It was a big incident because it happened to me.
Okay. Anything that happens to you is pretty big.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
And it hurt the Joe. So, full disclosure, we take pics and videos of stuff that we do for social media, for drone zones, or whatever. So BK asked me to get a sign of the lake. And so I did. And as I was trying to get the picture of the lake, he said, oh, something distracted me. And one of those jumping cactus got the Joe. I just jumped right on me in my shoe. My shoe.
I don't remember distracting you.
Of course you don't.
I think you kind of, fumbled around.
There's no fumbling. I was trying to take a picture, and then you're like, oh, and then the jumping cactus got me. Went into my shoe, into my sock, into my foot.
Well, for anybody who doesn't know, a jumping cactus is basically what it is. It's a cactus.
They get you.
If you get too close, it's going to
get you.
It's going to attach itself to you.
Right, especially when someone distracts you.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember distracting you. I think it was your own accord, but
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
So be it.
Another thing that happened at Alamo Lake State Park was we saw the burros there.
We did. We saw some burros. It was very cool.
That?
They're just out there chilling.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I'm a burro.
That's their home. They're just walking around.
Right.
And I don't think they really even cared that the drone was above them. I think they just looked and they're like, oh.
They're like,
okay.
Sure.
We're having a nice day at the lake. Leave us alone.
Right. It's like, how come you guys are out here? This is my lake.
But they said you can see all sorts of wildlife, including the burros. It's a really cool place to go. And like I said, like it was said in the drone zone, the best fishing in Arizona. How can you beat that?
The best fishing in Arizona. And maybe you can ride a burro when you're out there.
Or get stuck with the jumping cactus.
Yes, especially when someone distracts you.
But
yes.
I'm sure everybody else will have a better time than you did.
100%. So BK, you were the pilot in command on the Alamo drone zone, and we're droning over water. Is there anything people need to know when a pilot drones over water?
One of the tips you want to keep in mind when you're flying over water is you want to maintain a visual line of sight. So that means you want to always keep your eyes on your drone, especially over water because water is reflective. So that could kind of, mess up or distort your perception of where the drone's at.
And plus, unlike an ocean, we really don't have to worry about waves coming up to hit the drone or anything like that. You always want to maintain a good distance from above the water as well.
Another thing you want to do is you want to check the weather forecast. You don't want it to be too windy because you don't want to be above the water and have any turbulence or any problems. So always check weather before you fly. All right, Joe, now it's time to talk about your favorite lake, Watson Lake in Prescott.
Watson Lake is my favorite lake because I think it's the most unique lake we have in Arizona. It doesn't look like anything out of Arizona. It's very unique, and you can do a lot of stuff on the lake, but swim.
All right. Yeah, let's take a look at those unique rock formations in Watson Lake Drone Zone.
My name is Joe Baines. I'm the Recreation Services Director for the City of Prescott. So we're at Watson Lake. It's about 3 miles north of downtown Prescott, so really close to Prescott. We're at about a mile high, about 5,200 feet. Watson Lake is a 160-acre lake. The surface area of the lake is 160 acres. Surrounded by the beautiful granite dells, which are 1.4 billion year old rock formations. There's a lot of trail connectivity that goes through here. The Prescott Circle Trail, which is a 55-mile trail that goes all the way around the city of Prescott, comes through Watson Lake. So the granite dells, like I say, are 1.4 billion year old rock formations. In the background, we have some peaks. One's called Easter Peak. All of this property in the background of Watson Lake is now owned by the city of Prescott through open space acquisitions over the years. So what we have here, in addition to the lake, is about a 4,000 acre park that has a lot of hiking trails, from moderate to difficult hiking trails with spectacular views. On the lake, you can kayak, you can paddleboard, you can canoe, you can fish. There's no swimming in the lake, largely due to a lot of rock formations that are under the ground, barely under the ground. Just the views for the kayakers, I think, is really neat. And then 160 acres of surface area, that's a pretty large lake to, get around, and there's some nice little coves that go back in there. It's got a lot of different appeal, really very scenic. And of course, when the weather's hot in Phoenix, we're 15 degrees cooler. So mainly at Watson Lake here, it's juniper kind of a canopy. When you get down into the lower parts outside of the lake, you get into some riparian areas, pretty pristine riparian areas. If we go further to the south, there's a large riparian area called Watson Woods, which is part of the lake that feeds the lake, and it's a large riparian area. So a lot of different topography and a lot of different plant types that kind of run through here. We're sort of at that magic elevation that we do get some ponderosa pine, we get the scrub oak junipers, and we have the riparian. So you kind of get it all right here. You don't see these kinds of rock formations anywhere else that I'm aware of in the United States. It's also popular for rock climbing. A lot of rock climbing goes on around the lake. Obviously hiking, we get a lot of people that come up for hiking. And again, part of the Circle Trail, that's a 55-mile trail, comes right through Watson Lake. I don't think as many people realize what we have here, because if you drive by on the highway, you really don't have a clue until you get up here and start to see it.
All right, Joe, you were the pilot in command for that wonderful Watson Lake drone zone. What did you encounter there?
Well, I have to say the weather played along with us that day, and plus the clouds. The clouds really made that drone zone, because the reflection in the lake, that really made that drone zone pop with the clouds.
Well, Joe, it's been a great day at the lake. Everybody loves a day on the lake.
Keep on and lake on. BK, take us home.
All right. I'm drone pilot Brian Kay.
I'm drone pilot Joe Tillman.
Keep your drone soaring and your adventures exploring.